I wanted to share some things going on at our St. Vincent de Paul Center. The St. Vincent de Paul Center is located right across the street from St. Francis de Sales Church. And it is a food pantry, clothing resale, and we're also doing rent assistance. And on top of those things, also some advocacy work and some other things. But I wanted to share just so you could get a taste of what we're up to there. If you could, this is our we have a board of directors, and a couple of years ago, you'll see up at the top of this page in November 2019, we wrote a sort of mission statement, value statement. And then, of course, you know what happened after November 2019. 2 or 3 months later, everything just went wild. But what we're quite proud of is that we really stuck to this. Even though the circumstances changed a lot, we were able to just dig in a little bit deeper and do the mission that we wanted to be doing, regardless of the circumstances. So I wanted to share, first of all, what we look at as our mission. The St. Vincent de Paul Center engages our Catholic community to grow in its faith by providing for the needs of our brothers and sisters, as we're called to do in Matthew 25. So I wanted to just take a quick opportunity to read those verses. So this is from the Gospel of Matthew. When the Son of Man comes in his glory, escorted by all the angels in heaven, he will sit upon his royal throne, and all the nations will be assembled before him. Then he will separate them into 2 groups. The sheep he will place on his right, and the goats on his left. The king will say to those on his right, "Come, you have my Father's blessing. Inherit the kingdom for you from the creation of the world. I was hungry and you gave me food. I was thirsty and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger and you welcomed me. Naked and you clothed me. I was ill and you comforted me. In prison and you came to visit me." And then, of course, we know that the persons to whom Christ is speaking to don't remember when they did this in life, and he assures them that whatever you did for the least of my brothers and sisters, you did for me. We at the St. Vincent de Paul Center take this part of our scriptures literally. We believe that when we are accompanying persons who are on the margins, that we are accompanying Jesus Christ. We believe that when we are giving food to somebody who is hungry, that we are giving food to the person who founded our faith. What we do is we focus on the distribution of food at our center. We focus on clothing resale, and we focus on rent assistance. But all of these things are because we believe that we are having a faith encounter with the one who created us, with our Savior. So that is the heart of what I wanted to get at. You can peruse over this as you're able. I think it shows a lot of what we're trying to go and do at our St. Vincent de Paul Center. First and foremost, you'll see in these values is evangelization, that we're participating in the mission of the church in word and deed. So we're trying to tie together what we believe with the actions of what we're doing. Social justice in terms of the universal destination of goods, opportunities, and privileges within a society, and action toward fairness and the common good. So we're drawing really deeply on Catholic social thought with that. Collaboration, we're trying to do our best to work, just exactly as Our Lady of the Lake is putting forward right here. We're trying to collaborate with other area nonprofits at our center and other area churches. Service, doing the works of mercy, and hospitality. So what you will experience when you work with St. Vincent de Paul Center is we try our best to have our volunteers have a personal experience, a personal encounter with those to whom we're serving, because that's the way that we have that experience of faith, that experience of meeting our Savior face to face. And a couple of other things that I wanted to just mention. And this comes in terms of how to collaborate with us, how to work with St. Vincent de Paul Center. The first, before I even get to that, I wanted to just say thank you to this parish. Thank you for all the ways that you have already supported the St. Vincent de Paul Center through the years. When I was preparing to come over here and talk tonight, our center manager, Ann, I said, Ann, what do you want me to talk about when I go to Our Lady of the Lake tonight? And she said, just say thank you, because Our Lady of the Lake has really supported, especially over the last few years, with there are lots of people who will bring canned goods to our parish here, and I brought there's a little yellow cart that people are able to put it in before you go to Mass. This has really sustained our center for a while. And so, Ann, a message from Ann, our center manager, is thank you for doing what you're doing. Also, thank you for volunteering. We have a group, I would say probably more than half of the volunteers that we have that come to work at our center are parishioners at Our Lady of the Lake. So it's very clear that you as a parish have stepped forward to do this work, and again, thank you for doing this. And we always are looking for more people if you would like to join us in the efforts. And also thank you for your leadership. We're directed by a board of directors at the St. Vincent de Paul Center, and we have a few people from your parish who sit on that board. One of them is here with us tonight. And I want to thank you for your leadership in the ways that the St. Vincent de Paul Center is working. A few things that you could expect in a few different ways that you could volunteer is first and foremost, if you're interested in just giving to the cause, to bring in your canned goods, continue to do that, because they really do, they go directly to the people who need them. Secondly is if you're interested in having a personal experience of volunteering at our center, which is a spiritual encounter with Christ, what you will have, what we do is, again, a food pantry. So we have a couple of different roles when the times that the food pantry is open. Annette, you could probably speak to this better than I can. We have what we call the front, in which who are people who greet people who come to get groceries at the center, sign them in, and it's a welcoming face. And then we have the people that work in the back who put together the groceries for people to take home with them. We also have we're always looking for people, if you have a car and you like to drive, people that will deliver groceries. We have a large number of people who are unable to come to the center because they don't have cars, but still need food. So we have people that drive food to their homes. We also need, if you are interested in picking up food, we are partnering with a giant egg farm, and we need to get eggs from the farm to the center. We're partnering with all these different places where we get vegetables or other things to bring them to the center. We are also a clothing retail, or a clothing resale. So we take used clothing that people such as yourselves donate to our center. So we're always looking for people that can fold that, hang it up on hangers. This clothing goes to persons who come to our center, largely many people from migrant camps who come to work here. Their first stop that they make is at the St. Vincent de Paul Center because they arrive from Texas or Florida or Mexico and don't have coats and things. So that is oftentimes one of the first stops that they make. So we have a big need for that. Let me think. Anything that I'm missing? Annette, would you talk to what it's like to, are you able to mention what it's like to work there? Anything that you enjoy about it?
For me, it's just very rewarding, to meet people. One of the most basic needs that people have is food.
Yeah.
Respect, empathy. So
thank you. Elaine.
So, my neighbor has a big garden, so should we bring in extra tomatoes or whatever like that?
They would go fast. Yeah, people love that. Yeah.
And what
Yeah.
are your hours then?
They are very confusing. They're, we're open on Monday from 3 to 7, Wednesday 3 to 7, Saturday 12 to 4, and Tuesday 12 to 4. Yeah. One other thing that if you, this is also for your own perusal, if you flip over your piece of paper, what you'll see there are the number of families that we serve. And you'll see that we've been tracking this for a couple of years, that we were, serving about 65 families when we first began taking down the data. And then right around, it's been steadily increasing. And then right around a few months ago, we've nearly tripled in the amount of families that because of a confluence of events, we have nearly tripled the number of people that we are serving there. So this is just to speak to the giant need that's taking place in our community right now of food and food needs. Any questions? Yeah.
I just have a good book read, and this is out of the Kalamazoo St. Vincent de Paul store. It's a fantastic read, and it's a very small book. But it's called Thrift Store Saints, Meeting Jesus 25 Cents at a Time. And it's by Jane Knuth.
It's really good.